Motivations for using Facebook.
Keeping in touch with old friends and finding new friends.
Following music bands I like and stuff.
More just staying in contact with friends, really, keeping up to date with everyone, planning things more useful actually, and just talking really.
I don't know, just like socialising and boredom. Boredom takes me to Facebook.
Maintaining a social presence.
Keeping in touch with people who live far away and sharing experiences and memories and stuff with people.
I like to keep in touch with events and keeping in contact with my friends.
Okay, I'm about to add or create my Facebook profile. I just don't know where to start, or even if I want to start, actually. This is my audience.
Let's roll.
Let's roll.
What are you actually intending to do? Click on your name.
It's not started the recording, that's why.
Oh,
You got-
right, okay. I will be using the following study group in order to compare and prompt discussion over the creative constructions of identity used on Facebook and ultimately develop a typology of motivations. With my Facebook profile picture, I have decided that I will probably use a picture with me being at home because I probably want to separate my working life from my home life. But I'm not sure how that fulfills Goffman's theory because I'm not managing roles. I will just have myself and my home life evident. And I probably won't connect with anybody that's not connected to me at home. So really I'm just extending my identity at home online. But that doesn't include my working life. So do I want to put on this when everyone at home knows where I work? Do they really need to know? There's a reason I haven't had a Facebook profile before now. Write about yourself. No, I don't want to write about myself. This is just a hideous nightmare. Why don't I want to write about myself? I actually don't know. Because I'm worried that when people read it, they'll think, well, that's a lie. So actually, I am performance managing. I want to give a really good impression of myself, even though I know that the people that I'm connecting with are actually my family who know me anyway. About me. Okay, this is interesting as well. Probably not to you lot. The first thing I was going to write was I'm a programme manager at Bridgewater College. Is that clearly how I see myself? But I didn't want to write anything else. I didn't want to write that I'm a wife and mother because that sounds just rubbish. I'll just put programme manager at Bridgewater College. What did you write in the about you bit, about me bit?
I put my name, how old I am.
I'm not doing that.
I find it
And I've
amusing
got an iPhone.
that you're right that you're a programme manager at Bridgewater College, but you won't put that in your work and education. But you put that in your about you.
But this is where have you worked? I'm just a bit confused.
You
Where
put
have
that
you
where
worked
you
before?
currently work.
Oh, I see. Okay, well that's fine. It looks like my whole life at the moment, if you look at this, is
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater
Yeah.
College. That is my life.
Which is interesting because you said you wanted it to be.
Keep set.
But about
home
my
thing.
home life. And now everything you can see so
Becoming,
far is
yeah.
about my work life. So my written comments creatively are about work, but I want my images to be about home. But I'm not prepared to write wife, mother, dog owner. How weird. Okay, add a favourite quote. What does that mean? Add a favourite quotation. Why would I want to add a quotation? Is that is quite creative, I suppose. And that would involve conscious thought, and it would be part of the exhibition process. I'm going to have to think about that one, because I think that probably says quite a lot about people. Goes around, comes around. Is
I
that
might even
the
have wrote
right
that, you know.
quote?
I'd probably not.
I'll have to check that out, because how awful would that be if I misquoted a quote? What impression would that give of me? That I'm a complete idiot. Well, I know that anyway. Add to relationships. Why? Okay, fine. I will.
Not the most important one.
Is that the most important one? Who said that?
Me? Mine's just nothing now.
Oh dear. Is that a dodgy question to ask?
Yeah, a little
I'm
bit.
so sorry. Having just done that filling out the information, which I found actually quite difficult, you are quite restricted to that template structure, which would suggest your creativity is limited by technology. But it'd be interesting to kind of work out if other people have worked their way around that or manipulated it in some way. I've got friends.
Go on to that.
requests.
That little red box.
That little
You
red box.
currently have no friends, so.
What does that say about me? Do you judge
Larry?
people having no friends? Really?
I
Actually,
don't,
something I find quite interesting is if someone adds you and they've got a low amount of friends, you automatically think, I'm not accepting them because they're fake.
No,
So you could have someone with like 100 friends and I get a bit like cautious of them.
Really?
Because I'm
Is
so used to
100 not
seeing
enough?
I'm so used to seeing people with about 800 friends.
Oh my
I've only got about
gosh.
100.
What
But
about
then I
you,
guess-
Rory? How many have you
Oh,
got?
if they've got more than like 500 to 800 friends, I will be more suspicious than if they had like
Right.
Really?
Okay.
200 or 300.
Okay, so this is me managing my backstage region via my stage region, actually, I think. My theory is that actually on Facebook, the backstage and front stage regions are merged, but you can allow access to backstage. I don't want people to have access. I'm going to set privacy settings before I accept any friends. Would that be the right
Yeah, but
thing
if
to
you
do?
accept them, they'll still be able to see.
It is overly complicated.
That it is actually
It's very,
overly
very complex.
complicated. And the language they use assumes that you know what they're actually meaning and what they're talking about.
I think Google
Of course I
Plus is
don't.
pretty
So it's very easy just to happily click your way through this without actually really understanding what you're doing and what you're committing yourself to. Again, that kind of structure agency debate. I think if you are a seasoned user of Facebook, then you can manipulate it and you can work in and around it. Myself, no, I'm very, very restricted to this template and the instructions that they're giving me. I don't know what I'm doing, basically. I'm actually, the more I'm doing this, the more I'm actually getting into this now.
There's loads of them. If you click them all, there's loads of different little...
Is that? Let's have a look at health and wellness. Weight loss. 20 years. But do I want people to know that? Not really. Although I do tell everyone. It's different telling people face to face than it is online.
It's permanent if it's online.
Yes, it's a record. It's like an archive that is permanently there. But research has shown that actually you're more willing to expose more online. But I'm actually finding the opposite. I'm happier to expose more face to face. So far I haven't been very creative, have I? If my research is on creative constructions of identity, so far I've been quite restricted by the template structure. Okay, what about likes? Because that can be quite creative, can't it? If I click on likes, how does that help? What do I do now?
So you can pick
Your favourite music,
anything,
book, movie,
really.
TV shows. Although that would say a lot about you again, so it's up to you whether you'd want people to know what you're watching, you know.
Yeah, and
What
again,
you're
that's
reading.
quite orchestrated, isn't it? That's quite carefully considered. My choices that I make are really very carefully considered.
It's people's
To
very
think about
judgmental.
how people then will judge me on it.
Yeah.
And you can like anything.
Can I?
Anything.
I think I'm going to have to think about my profile picture, my quote, my inspirational people, and also I'm going to have to think about, which I didn't realise I'd have to think about, how much I actually want to exhibit online. I know my motivations would just be to extend my identity, and the only reason for doing that would be to stay in contact with my family, who I'm in contact with anyway. Thank you.